Hello everyone, Ceri the Crafter here, that's C-E-R-I the Crafter, and we're back to the challenge. And I believe it's week 19. I'm absolutely certain it is because I filmed week 18 this morning. So there you go, week 19. So let's take that book stop out the way. So let's have a quick look at the prompts. Portion of a food or drink label, postcard or letter or portion of, an advertisement, something with wheels, money, and something blue. So there you go. As you just heard me say, I filmed week 18 this morning and I'm filming week 19 this afternoon because, as you know, I'm getting ahead because the builders are coming. And you must be as sick of hearing of that as I am now. I just want it done and dusted and over with. So, right, I'm going to move this over. I did note in the last video that this section of the book was cut off. Sorry, I thought I had it right. Hopefully it didn't upset too much. So let's look at what we've got to work with. So a portion of food or drink label. I've got this off a tin of rice pudding. Only chosen this because it's got blue in it and one of the prompts is something blue. So I thought I'm going to go ahead and use this. Also, I really like rice pudding. So there you go. Number 2, postcard, letter, something like that. I've got this portion of a postcard from a 12 by 12. Totally fits the bill, so we're going to use that. An advertisement. Now, I had to dig through and I've got several vintage advertisements. Not sure which one I'm going to use. I might use more than one, I might use several. I quite like this one. This one just made me smile. And I quite like the fact that that was almost the same colour scheme. And that sort of reminded me of it as well. So there's a few there. I'll probably use one or two. Depends on what this means and what it needs from me. What was the next prompt? Something with wheels. Well, something with wheels for me is a car. So there you go. I've got a blue car as well because there's something blue in it. I also did pull out this, which has got a wheel in the middle of it, but I really doubt that's going to be used, but I'm going to keep it because you never know. Money. Money caused me some angst because I don't know about your country, but in this country, you're not allowed to copy money, you're not allowed to deface money, it's all against the law. So I didn't feel I wanted to photocopy any. I really didn't feel I wanted to take a banknote and actually cut it up, no matter whether it was an old banknote or not. So what I did is I went with things that have got money written on them. So I found this bit of advertisement that's got money written on it. And then I pulled out, I think I've lost one already. I thought I pulled out 3 stamps and I don't know where the other one's gone now. So this has got that 16, it must be Copex. And this is New Zealand, that's 45 cents. So it's things with money on. I swear I had another stamp somewhere. I've absolutely lost that. Let me have a second look. Maybe it'll show its little head later. I swear I pulled out 3 stamps. Not that it has to be 3 stamps, but I thought I pulled out 3 stamps. And the last one was something blue. Well, obviously, most of those things are blue, but I did have a little rummage and I found some pictures of blueberries. I found a blue sky and I found some blue china and I thought those would be interesting. And then what I wanted to do is I wanted to be a little more prepare the background before I start the foreground. So I went through a botanical book of mine and I found blue flowers. And I think I'm going to be lazy for once. I'm going to literally cover the whole page, or at least part of the page, with blue to start with. So other than that, I've just got the regular things. I've got the glue pad, I've got the spreader, I've got scissors, I've got glue sticks. So I'm just going to come in and I'm just going to tear these down because they're a bit big, or not so much big. There's a bit too much white space for what I actually want to use. So tear these down. So isn't really a lot to tell you because I only spoke to you this morning. Mind you, for you that was last week because obviously these are scheduled. The good thing is the sun has decided it's not going to come out full time. So hopefully we won't have the shadows we dealt with last time or the bright patches. But it's dry and you know it's quite nice that it's dry. And it's not snowing. That's another nice thing because goodness knows it's April and we had snow last week. What's going on, people? I tell you what, this planet is totally... It's either rebelling or we've really messed it up somewhere along the line. because we shouldn't be having the weather we have. There's certain parts of the country, part of the planet, I'm going, really, people, you've got what? So I know my friend in Montana, Gail Augustinelli, I was watching a video the other day and it was 50 degrees there, and then the next morning there was snow. And I'm like, what is going on with the planet, people? What is going on? Right, so I've torn these pieces off. I can fit them in where I wish. I quite like I need to chop one of these down, so if I cut it down about there. I take that off there. There you go, that fits over there and allows me a little bit of playroom. I don't mind that being uncovered, or do I? Yeah, I think I'm going to try and work it. I think I'm going to leave it at that, because you never know, I might... Oh, actually, no, I do need to add another piece. So, I don't know about the rest of you who are doing this challenge. I'm really enjoying it, but I must admit, I'm beginning to feel a little challenged by the challenge, if that makes sense. I'm having fun, but now I'm beginning to go, oh God, what's going to be next? What's going to be next? Because of course I don't read the prompts ahead of time, because I don't want to be overly thinking things. I just want to get on with them when I see them. I'm going to move those over to one side. I am changing my mind. I am going to put a piece down there. There you go, and slot that in. Right, that's enough to give me a basis for anything. Right, let's get the glue book on the go. So yes, I'm enjoying the challenges. However, I am struggling with some of the aspects of the challenge. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that, believe it or not, we're still in darn lockdown. I mean, let's see. When is this supposed to be going out? Let me have a quick look on my little pad. This will be going out in April. So basically December, January, February, March. We've been in lockdown for over 4 months now. And I can tell you now, my craft supplies are running exceedingly low. I don't really want to order online because it's a bit hit or miss as to what I'm actually picking up when I buy online. Obviously, I've shopped at Etsy and I shop in Amazon quite regularly. However, I'm at the point where I want to go and have a wander around a craft store. I want to be inspired by what I see. I want to pick up things and go, ooh, I really must have that, even though I don't need to have it. But I think you know where I'm getting to. Because the only place I can buy anything like even glue stick is my local grocery store. It's beginning to be a little stifling for me. And I'm probably going to, the moment the store's open, which actually by the time you view this, they should have opened. And I can tell you now, my first thing is I'm going to make a little packed lunch and I'm going to go to Hobbycraft and I'm going to spend the day in Hobbycraft. And if I get thrown out for eating sandwiches in one of the aisles, so be it. I don't care. I want to go and sit in the craft store. I want to go and do some craft shopping. I need some retail therapy in craft world. So, yes. And then it also means that once the shops are open and I've been able to buy stuff, I'll be able to do the other things I keep promising you guys I'm going to do, like the 12 by 12 playlist. I'm ready to do it, but I've got 12 by 12 packs. Because I don't want to buy online. I know I'm pretty old school, but I really do like to go and pick a pad up or pick a craft product up and have a look at it, feel the weight of it, feel the texture of stuff. I don't know, I'm finding it frustrating because I really do want to know what I'm buying. And when you buy online, of course, the picture looks fabulous, but can you guarantee what's in the picture is actually what you're going to have? Or you can't tell the quality when you're actually looking online, and that bothers me a lot. So, yeah, so end of that rant. Let's move on, shall we? Because otherwise I'm going to get really bitter about things. So now I don't mind these bits of the original page there. That's okay. And that needs to be covered and that needs to be covered. And obviously I cover around that. So I can now start looking at what I've got in front of me. Now, I do have this bit of postcard that, funnily enough, came cut in this shape anyway. So I can cut it to be whatever I want, wherever I want it to be. And actually, I might just want it to be up there. I'm going to leave that sat there just to think about it for a little while. The car needs to find a home. The car will be fine over there. I'm beginning to think I probably do need to do something about that. Mind you, I've got Mr. Ambrosia to go. I think I need to cut this down because I don't want Ambrosia. Yeah, I do. Let's make this a little neater than it was. Yes, we know I normally tear things, but I think in this instance, I am not 100% certain how packaging tears. I'm sure it tears straight, but knowing my luck, it wouldn't, and it's the only piece of packaging I've got. Let's lay that down up there, shall we? Right, let's put that over to one side. I've got another piece of this here. Maybe I'll just tear that bit off and stick that piece down as well, because I don't want to go hunting out more of this book. Well, I'm sure I can find it quite quickly because I've just used it, so it's probably not moved far away from where I am. I can probably turn around, it's either on the floor, under the table, or in the box next to me. So let's just slide that in over there. That gives me a little more coverage. I'm unsure where I want that, to be honest. Right, let's have a look. What else is on this table? I'm playing around, but it's not coming together immediately. But then that's also okay. Right, that's almost perfect there. I think I'm going to tear a little bit off the top of his hat, just because I want it just slightly above. I must admit, I don't recognise this advertisement. I recognise the product, Ovaltine. I used to drink Ovaltine. We used to have it before we went to bed. But I don't recognise this. So maybe Ovaltine is a lot older than I think Ovaltine is. Or maybe it was a time when I just wasn't seeing magazines or articles like that. So there you go. So I think he's going to, well, he is going down. I didn't realise I was sticking glue on that immediately, but there you go. Let's slide him into place. And then I know that's one piece down. I'd like to keep this page quite light. I'm seeing lots of my work is becoming very, very dark, and I don't really want it to be dark. Well, not everything needs to be dark anyway. Let's just, well, I could have cut that straighter, so I'll cut that, trim that when I've actually stuck it down. So apparently I've decided to put it up there. This is what happens when I'm talking. It's like squirrel, and my hands are doing one thing, my brain and my mouth are doing completely other things. So there you go. As I said, not lots happened because I spoke to you this morning. I had lunch. I didn't do laundry. There's no laundry on my line today. No laundry at all on the line, mind you. I probably should have done laundry, but I didn't. So I'm trying, oh, that's the one from last week. I did add one thing, by the way, to this. I added that strip down there. It just looked like it needed something, so I added it. And you know me, I add little bits if I feel they need it. Right. I don't mind to touch the ambrosias there. Looks very much like a car advert, doesn't it? Well, don't stick down, I'm stuck here. I keep going back to this corner for this car, so I think it needs to go there, but I do need to put something in the background if I'm going to be putting it there. So why don't we just get rid of this glue page. Have I got any more of that blue? 1 second, I'll be right back. There you go, I've got more of this. Let's just tear this down and fill that bit in, and then I'll probably be a little bit happier when that's dealt with. That's more than enough, so I'll take a little bit more off there. And take a bit off the top. I'm only a little bit concerned about this piece because if it's going to show next to the car, I would rather it be a flower the right way up than sideways, if that makes sense to anyone but me. Which hopefully it does. Yeah, if I put that in there, I'll be okay with that. How far over can I go? No, that needs to be stuck on there. Right, let's put that down. There you go. I did take a little bit of a look at comments lunchtime, but I didn't get around to answering any because basically I had to cook lunch as well. So there you go. The life of a domestic guy, I tell you. I can't really claim to be cooking that much. Heck, I put pizza in. So I don't eat pizza very often, actually. It's just, if I'm going to eat pizza, I would rather make pizza. I'm not a lover of store-bought pizza. And I think the problem with store-bought pizza is it's like you're always drawn to buying the inexpensive pizzas because they're such a good deal. But then I'm always thinking, well, they're inexpensive because they've not got good products in them. So I get a bit hung up on the fact that if a pizza costs £1 or $1, then there can't be a lot of nutritional goodness in that pizza. And I would prefer to make my own, but time isn't always on my side, so I don't always get to make my own pizza. And as I said, I probably eat pizza, let's say, I'd be lucky if it was once a month, let's put it that way. So, do you guys eat pizza? Do you like pizza? I like good pizza, but as I said, a lot of the pizza you get, and I wouldn't buy takeout pizza. It just doesn't taste right to me. It just, I don't know. Am I being a snob? Am I being a pizza snob? I feel like I'm being a pizza snob. Right, I'm going to stick this car down there because, I covered it up anyway. I wonder if I have to cover it up. I'm wondering whether I want to take the back of the car off, because I think the car's quite a large car. If I took the back of it off, I've still got that bit of blue. But what am I saving it for? Let's put the whole car on. Yep, we're not going to procrastinate. Anyone who's watching these regularly knows these pages I tear off do not get thrown in the trash. They go into a box and I recycle them and I use them, and I make paper mache out of them, or I'll do book topic toppers and things like that with them. So yeah, don't think, he's very, very liberal about throwing those away. I'm not throwing them away. They're just going in a box over there. So there you go. There you go, that's that one down. Right, I think I need to make a decision on my ambrosia. And I'm really hating the fact that I cut the edges. And I'm wondering whether I should attempt to tear the edges. But it's a bit risky because if I tear the edges and it goes wrong, I have no more edges, or I have no more packaging. I suppose if I tear the edges and they go wrong, I'll just have a bit of torn packaging. Let's see if I can do this. Wish me luck, people. I'm going in. I should really have tried finger tearing this maybe. Okay, I don't mind the little bit torn off the bottom. That's fine, because I was going to rip across here anyway. Let's see if I can tear down here, and I might have to just finger tear the last bit of that. So I don't mind an edge that's not torn, but sometimes, especially if it's a bright colour or a bold colour, if it's not torn, it just stands out like a sore thumb. I don't mind that, actually. I can live with that. I probably need it on this page. Actually, I don't mind it there. Now I've dropped on the floor. Oh, yeah, my back is easing up slightly just from this morning, but I think after this I'm going to go and take a really nice hot shower and see if I can relax my back out a bit. For those of you who haven't seen number 18 and you're wondering about what the heck I've done to my back, I was driving for probably about 13 or 14 hours over the course of 2 days, and I love my car to bits, but it's an old car. I mean, I'm due to renew my car this year. I don't ever buy a new car, but I need to get a younger car, and I think the seating is just, it's not supportive in any way. Let's just say that out loud, shall we? It's not supportive, and it's not great for my back. So there you go. Right. I think I need to choose the advertising now. So I can eliminate immediately. That I think is too white, although it does pull that out. But I'm going to put that in the parking lot. No. I quite like the colouring of that. Maybe. I did like that. That and that don't work for me. So we're down to these three. And I think if I put that on, I'm going to have to put that on to give a reason for the orange. Sorry, I've gone quiet because I can't concentrate and talk at the same time. Okay. I mean, this one's actually got a price on it as well, so that sort of makes me feel that I could like that even more because it's got a price on it. Isn't it weird? I don't want to cover up other things, although you kind of have to. I don't mind that up there, actually. Do I really need this? Let's put these in the parking lot and see where this goes, this develops. I'm going to put that up there because I like that up there. So yes, my back will be fine. I'm not injured. It's just sitting in one position. It's like I find that after I've been driving for several hours, between my shoulder blades really burns. Does anyone else? And it's not tension. I mean, I'm totally relaxed. I mean, I've got the window open. I've got music playing. Well, obviously my brain never shuts down, so I'm thinking. I'm not consciously gripping the wheel. If anything, my hands are quite loose on the steering wheel. But I always find that between my shoulder blades really, really burns. I think it's just me, to be honest. I think that's just the way it works for me. Right, I really did like this piece. I want to add this, but I think it's not needed. I do want to put the plates on, if I can find a space for them. I quite like them there, actually. I'm going to put them across there. I'm not averse to putting them on a different angle. I can't put them there, obviously. And I don't really want to cut the one bowl off. I wonder if I do that, where's that teacup gone? It came with the teacup. I lost the teacup, guys. You know, I've lost bits. Oh, there it is. There's me complaining, and I've got it in my hand. Because it's got a cup as well, so I could bring the cup. I could put the cup somewhere else, and it would make sense, because a cup that cheers. That's Oval Tears. Oval Tears. Just reinvented the product name. I'm going to let that sit there for a second, because I'm not 100% certain. I know I have to get money in here somewhere. And I don't mind that. Just tear the ends of that. I know I've got stamps to go. Although I cannot imagine where I've lost that other stamp to. I mean, I'd set everything up on the table next to this table, so it couldn't have travelled that far. But hey-ho. Right, just put you up the edge of there, because that sort of completes that. So I've got that. So let's just check. Portion of food label, got that. Postcard, got that. Advertisement, got that and got that. Something with wheels, got that. Money, we've just added money. Bonus is something blue, and it's all pretty much blue. Okay, I think blueberries might be just a bit of overkill. And I've just stuck them down onto my blue page anyway, so those can go to one side. I've got the 2 stamps to come in, and I'm already seeing where I'd like to put those. I do wish I knew. Ah, there. See, told you there was another stamp. It had dropped down. Okay, that's fine. the more I look at this, the more I really like the plates on here. I just wish I'd have thought before I stuck everything else down, but I really do think that's where it's going to live. So love it or hate it, that's where it's going. And I am going to put the cup there because it says a cup that cheers, and it makes it. No, that's it. I like it there. That's better. So there you go. I'm quite looking forward to when this challenge is completely over, and I've decided I'm going to do a complete flick through or flip through of the entire book when it's finished, and look at what I've done and possibly comment on what I like, what I don't like about. Oh, don't paste that side, you idiot. Talk about what I like, what I don't like, what I think I would do differently. I think it's going to be interesting. I don't know whether anyone else is planning on doing that, but I'm definitely planning on doing that. I think it'll be interesting to look back through them and see how things have changed as I've worked my way through the book. Let's just smooth that down. Yes, I like that. I'm not offended by that in the slightest. Right, I think I've only got stamps to go. And where did I, right. The Russian stamp, I really quite like the Russian stamp. I think I'm going to put one of the put the Russian stamp down there because it's quite a large stamp. And that's quite a large space, so I don't mind that being in there. Right, I quite like this stamp, and actually it might go about there. Just to cover up that number. And then I'm looking at this and I'm feeling that I need to put something here because I've got a bit of a join there. But I don't mind this there, but then I've got no stamps over. Oh, I've got one stamp over there, but it's red. I think it's going to go there, to be honest. I just need to give this a bit of a once over and see how I feel about the whole thing. But I think we're pretty much there. This one's come together really, 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 really quickly for me. I do feel something is needed there because I've got a join. I don't really want to add a flower, although I could add a flower. Actually, I know it's a bit cliche, but I'm going to have a look at the butterflies because I think I cut blue butterflies. I've been fussy cutting butterflies a lot lately because I've got them to cut. So, right, there's a little butterfly there. That might not be too hideous. Now I do have, there's one piece of red on this. No, oh, I need to do around that too. Okay, so I'm not finished. I thought I was, I'm not. That one butterfly looks like he's a bit lost, to be honest. Says he changing him for another butterfly that could equally look as, wow, that doesn't look as lost because it's near enough the right colour. So I'm going to leave that and go put one butterfly. Avoiding my characteristic, I must add 3. Now, you will note that I've actually, when I fussy cut butterflies, I don't fussy cut their antennae out, and that's because I do it when I need them. Because I know that when my butterflies are in their containers or in the box or something, if I've cut the antennae out, I can guarantee I'm going to rip it off. And this way they're a little more protected. My dear, half the time I'll cut this out now, and the first thing I'll do is I'll tear it with my glue stick. So that'll be something to look forward to, won't it? So the company I had a meeting with, was it last week? I don't know, I'm all messed up with the timeline here, guys. The company I had a meeting with anyway that I demonstrate for on TV has told me that they're potentially going to be bringing out a pad of butterflies already die cut. So I'm really looking forward to that. So if they do that, I'll be the first to be going, can I demonstrate those, please? Can I have a sample? Can I have several samples? And if they're really good, I can assure you, you guys will see them as well, because I'll do a product review on them. How about that? Because we're always looking for butterflies, aren't we? And I think they said they might be double-sided butterflies as well. So for anyone who does dimensional work, if you want butterflies that are going to be viewed from 360, that'll be good for you. So yes, I'm happy with that. I haven't seen any of the designs. I know nothing more than what I've just told you. Absolutely nothing more. So please don't send me requests, because I don't know. I don't know when. I don't know where. I don't even know how. So right, I'm just going to... I want to fill in this bit here, and I need to fill in a little bit around there, because I've done that on every single page. I've made sure that I framed the prompts, because I don't like that clip there. So let's take this down a bit, because it's quite a narrow strip needed for there. Okay, I like that. If I take that off there, I don't want to cover the word Ovaltine up, because it's the advertisement. Good grief, Griffiths, you can't cover up the advertisement. So let's just put a little bit of glue on this one. Tomorrow I'm hopefully filming the last of the collages where I'm filming ahead, which will be week number 20. And then I'm hoping in the afternoon, let's just lower that and trim that off in a minute. I'm hoping in the afternoon to film the first collage spread in my art book, the new art book that I've just created. So that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to doing that. Christening my new book. It's exciting. It is exciting. Let's see if I just tear that by finger. So yes, I'm really, really looking forward to that. I mean, I've wanted to start my new glue book ever since, well, I'm a bit skewy about what I want to call it, because it is my art book. It's also my glue book. It's also my mixed media book. It's also my collage book. So basically anything I'm creating is going to be within the covers of that book. So for me, it's just a home for my creations. I'm really looking forward to starting it, because I've made it large enough that I can do a really nice big juicy spread with no crease down the middle, and it's all done and dusted. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm thinking I'm going to start with something like a nautical theme on the first page, because I've been wanting to do one of those for a while, so I need to dig through. Right, back to this. Let's have a look. So food, yeah, we got promotional food. Postcard, definitely got a postcard. Advertisement, definitely got advertisements. Something with wheels, definitely. Money, I've got prices here. I've got prices on the, what's the other stamp gone? On the stamps, and something blue. The whole thing is pretty much blue. So I think we're finished, guys. I mean, that was a really, really fast one for me. It looks like it's just over half an hour long. I'm happy with that, because some of the previous ones I felt taken a bit longer than they needed to. But this one just came together, and I think it's probably because blue is one of my favourite colours, so anything blue is going to work for me. So, as normal, social media links. I'd love to see you. I'd love to see you favouriting my shop. I'd love to see you liking either of my Facebook pages. You're already on YouTube. I'd love you to click subscribe, and I'd love you to click the notifications. If you're not going to do that, if you know someone who would be interesting, it'd be great if you could share me with them. And you never know, it all helps me on my journey. It doesn't help me hugely financially unless you're actually purchasing things. But what it does, I know this sounds like a really weird thing to say that it does, the more people who follow me, the more people that subscribe, the more confident I get about being an artist. And it's very nerve-wracking putting your art in front of complete strangers around the planet. You've got to be brave to be an artist, and sometimes I'm not as brave as I should be. So it's nice to have the confidence and hear your comments, and it gives me a bit of a boost. Thank you very much for that. Thank you so much. It helps me be a better me. Okay, so this is Ceri the Crafter, that's Ceri the Crafter, saying goodbye. Goodbye, till next time.